And
Guys, um,
what's up,
should
Elliott?
we? I should have said this before. Should we do like a trigger warning
No, because
for
we're gonna talk about sexual assault.
just in case? No, because the gun,
Oh, oh,
the
oh,
trigger.
Gun. The
because of the
gun.
gun. Yeah, the
Thanks for
gun.
being here, everybody.
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes, I think it starts with your show. Wanna laugh.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. It's the three boys. It's the
When you-
three boys.
Apologies to everybody, also in advance. But humor is a coping mechanism. But
Absolutely, it is.
When Biden did when he came out to make a statement last night, I was like, it's already been a long day, Joe. I was like,
Can we wrap this up? As
Don't
soon as
do
he
it,
steps
Joe.
out, as soon as he steps, can we wrap it up?
screenshot a notes app, Joe. Don't go out there.
Just have someone make a statement for you, sir.
Too long, didn't speak.
Very good. Guys, welcome to the Valleycast. Literally nothing has happened in the past 48 hours in the United States.
Nope.
Nothing. There isn't something that is dominating the news cycle or dominating all of our social media timelines. And there is currently no newsworthy event that is blocking our enjoyment of this fine weekend. It's just a normal run-of-the-mill day in the U.S. The day after a Saturday, it's Sunday. Nothing's going on. Nothing is distracting.
No, dude, it's still God's day, and God makes sure that everything runs smoothly and fine, and everything is the way it should be.
Yeah,
We're never going to stop hearing about this.
Well, I don't think we're ever gonna stop hearing about it, and I'm already sick of it. I was sick of it the second I heard of it. I just don't like, and the thing is like we won't be able to help but talk about it a little bit, and you can't blame us because
This is what we do.
it
You
is
housing
what we
pickles?
We
You're
are
housing
on the
pickles?
pulse.
are. Those pickles?
You're just housing pickles, aren't you?
I was hoping somebody would notice that.
Are you
Just
pregnant?
housing 9 a.m. pickles.
You guys don't have pickles in the morning sometimes?
You don't have breakfast pickles?
It's perfect because you can eat the pickle, but you can also sip the juice.
Don't you do it. Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
have a sip.
You're
No,
nasty.
that's it. And you know what? Joe, I know you find that revolting because you don't like pickles, but I like pickles, and I also find it revolting. No, I think it's fine. It's good. And pickle juice is tasty.
I love it. Shout out to the guy, by the way, I met last week at the Hard Rock Cafe on Hollywood Boulevard, my old haunt.
What a random place for you to go.
You know, it's when you want to pop down to the Hard Rock at Hollywood Boulevard. And the guy
Why did
that
you go to the Hard Rock?
Well, he used to be a regular at the bar there.
I used to get, that's where you meet all the Hollywood elite is down Hollywood Boulevard.
That's where you met Spider-Man.
That's where I met Spider-Man, two of them, and it was a cancer charity event.
Okay.
That's the only thing that would take me down
could
to
get-
Hollywood Boulevard. But the guy was doing a t-shirt. He listens to the podcast, or at least he did, and he discovered us during the pandemic, which I thought was really interesting.
Whoa.
So if he's listening, shout out to him. Nice guy. Thank you for the t-shirt. I should have worn it, but I didn't.
Yes, you should have.
So yeah, okay. Well,
That's
that's
all.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Shout out to that guy.
I love that guy.
People do
Wait.
listen.
I don't believe it. So you went to Maxine.
I did. And the day before I saw Longlegs, and let me tell you guys something. A couple weeks ago I couldn't believe the amount of cool horror movies we were getting in
very excited for
sequential
Longlegs.
order.
Yeah.
And we got Alien Romulus coming up too in maybe in, like October or September.
Stop burying the lead. Tell me if I should go to Longlegs today.
Well, I was more excited about Longlegs than Maxine because I had heard some conflicting reports about Maxine, but I am here to report that I enjoyed Maxine more than Longlegs.
Okay.
I think Longlegs was maybe overhyped a little bit for me, and that's on me. I wouldn't put that on anybody else. I would say lower your expectations maybe a little bit.
But still enjoyable?
Yeah, I think I enjoyed the filmmaking. The actors are really great. Everybody does a great performance. And there are just some things that kind of bothered me a little bit in the end. And I'd love to talk to you guys about it once you have both seen it. Ellie, you plan on seeing Longlegs?
Absolutely not. You can talk to me about it anytime you want.
I think
I'll be available.
My official review for Longlegs is that I'm really sad that it's not about a giant spider.
Oh, well, then maybe I will see it.
Yeah, no spiders at all in this movie.
Okay, I never,
Zero spiders
never
in
had that
Longlegs.
expectation. I'm still...
Yeah, but you didn't expect some kind of spider reference? Like, why is it called Longlegs?
Mm-hmm.
None. Zero.
Do you
Because
now
I'm stupid.
do you hope now there's spiders in it? And I'm just joking and I'm misleading you?
No. I know absolutely nothing about the movie. It's been a long time since I've been in that boat. So
Also,
I'm going in blind.
Cool.
did you guys saw that Adam Sandler movie, or did you knew about that Adam Sandler cosmonaut movie with the giant spider, right?
Paul Dano.
Yeah, did you see
I
that?
watched that. I enjoyed it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I wanted
I
to
did.
like it more. You know what trope
Yeah,
I'm kind of
it was a little...
I thought Paul Dano was
What
really
trope?
cool.
What-
The concept is really cool, but there one trope that there's a few tropes that are overstaying their welcome a little bit, and one of them for me is the astronaut's wife that is upset with the astronaut for being an astronaut. Like the whole like, how could you go? How could you go? And it's like, dude, I'm an astronaut. Astronauts go to space. I don't like the wife that's like, you shouldn't have gone.
Did you see that meme of the woman who divorced her professional golf player husband because he played golf too much? And the meme is like, her marries guy who likes golf. Guy golfs. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, what? Yeah. I just wish that the whole movie wasn't about him being regretting leaving his wife to go to space or whatever. Like I'm kind of bored with that plot line. But anyway, but you know that movie had a giant spider in it, a giant alien spider, and it made me realize that when was the last time we got a spider movie like about spiders?
Dude, a slew have come out recently. They're just not super mainstream.
Like what?
Like, what the hell is it called? Stinger? It's about that spider that's like a pet that grows into like a killing machine.
No way.
Yeah.
Why
dude.
aren't we wait, so because I miss spider movies. Elliot, any thoughts?
I'm
It's about
surrounded
Sting.
by spiders right now all the time.
It
and
is
they're
spider
everywhere.
season.
Like when I walked in here, I was covered in cobwebs.
I was
and
gonna say
had
covered
to
in
take-
spider.
I was covered in spider cum, and I had to. I have to like yesterday I walked out of my house and there was a giant one that was dangling from the ceiling, and I had to end it. But I've gotten to the point where I don't mind them so much; they're just sort of everywhere.
They're
Like,
just there.
Yeah,
I
I let
can't
them
do
go.
it.
Yeah,
There's
unless
the-
they're like in the way, and then and they got that big ass on them. Then
I
They got
can't
that
do
big,
it.
Sexy, juicy, baby-filled ass.
yeah.
What up, girl?
Oh, you don't throw the rump at me. You gonna throw the rump at me? You gonna throw the whole roast?
Where you
No,
going
no.
with that thing, girl?
Where you going with that thing?
How you move around that web with that dunk-a-dunk?
Oh, you're gonna have to smack it.
With all 8.
I love the physics on that ass. I will say that I can't. If there's a spider of a certain, what's that?
Sting? Look up Sting and look up Infested. Those are 2 that have came out in the last 2 years, and there's a third one that is just coming out, I think.
Really?
So give it a look.
Do any of them look good?
Sting had a great trailer. I haven't seen it yet, though. So
It's about a little spider that comes a big spider.
I think so. I do believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Give it a go, dude. Give a go.
Well, because I was like, man, when was the last time? Because Eight-Legged Freaks was like the last big spider movie. I feel like.
Bit of go. But look, man, consider yourself educated. Consider the truth bomb dropped, and we're in a good place.
But I really liked Maxine. And I love. Did you guys see X or Pearl?
I saw both of them. Hayden and I, my daughter, we have been watching those together, and we're excited to see it.
Okay, good. Because Maxine, I would say, is a great end to the trilogy, the Pearl trilogy or whatever you want to call it.
The weirdest horror trilogy ever.
I know it's so bizarre, and I will say, not to spoil anything, but Kevin motherfucking Bacon. That's all I'm gonna say. Kevin motherfucking Bacon. And at one point, I was like, "Uh-oh, I smell bacon." And then there he comes out on the screen, and he just fucking kills it. He's so good.
He's on a run. Did you guys watch Beverly Hills Cop, the new one?
No, I've heard mixed things about that one too.
Dude, it's super fun. It's like old school Eddie Murphy, like towing the line with some of his jokes. It's it's still one of those things where like, yeah, they're older and they're leaning into it a little bit. Super fun movie. But Kevin Bacon's in it.
Did Eddie Murphy ever say?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Great. I was like, there it is.
Good. Because I heard. Did you hear that he said he had to like train himself to not laugh like that? Because people were like making fun of him about it, so he tried to train it.
He's kind of known for being a little sensitive about stuff.
I agree.
So
He is.
All us and insecure entertainers, the biggest man on the planet with the most iconic laugh is like, I shouldn't laugh like that.
Comedian.
I know. A comedian, exactly. And you said Kevin Bacon's in that, and he does a good job?
Yeah, he's great. He's definitely
We
hit
watched,
that point in his career where he's like, oh, there's the Veneers. And they're like a character in themselves.
That's so funny.
Did you know I learned this recently, and maybe I'm the last person probably on the earth to learn this, but veneers, to put them on, you have to like shave the teeth down to nubbies.
I know. And then they like,
I didn't know that.
or they take the teeth out completely and then they put these little like
Right.
screws, these like
Oh no.
these metal, and if you take the teeth out, you have these like metal things hanging down that look like each tooth.
Isn't that like a metaphor? Like some kind of thing, or a metaphor where it's so nice on the outside, but inside it's like a horror movie, like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Well, I think it just totally shows us that everybody that has veneers were caught in a saw trap, and they were the ones that got it.
Yeah.
What if that was like when you like your friend goes like, "Yes, I just got veneers. Go ahead, make fun of them, whatever." But you guys don't realize I was caught in a saw trap, and that's why I have these.
Wait, are you telling me there was a trap with a saw?
No, Jigsaw, the serial killer from the movies.
From the fake movies. Yeah,
He's real, and he pulled all my teeth out. He made me pull my teeth out.
Doesn't that
Really?
mean you committed some moral atrocity that you're being punished for?
Yeah.
Like we're mean to somebody at one point?
I'm actually in the middle of a class action lawsuit because I think that
Good.
I was wrongfully kidnapped.
And tortured?
I was the wrong person.
That's such a funny concept.
I actually feel I know it's like we sue, everyone sues, but I do feel like me getting kidnapped and tortured was.
I don't know if
They're
Jigsaw's
liable.
he's just losing
What
his
A
edge.
funny fucking like Zucker Brother comedy where it's starring somebody that was wrongfully put into a saw situation.
Dude,
That's
and
so
it
funny.
turns out that they're like a badass that like can get out of the traps really easy and stuff.
It's so funny.
It's got to be like, Jigsaw meets his match with someone who's like
Litigation.
the justice system.
The worst saw trap of them all.
The most painful one for sure.
And like, how there's like a trap on every single of one of the posters. It's like Saw 6, and it's like got the fucking jaws of life next to it.
Yeah.
It would just be the scales of justice looking up.
Yeah.
But the scales, like one of them has like a bloody hand in it, and the other one has like a I don't know, whatever.
Justice
Let the boys
will be
in marketing.
blind.
That's
Let
good.
the boys in marketing fuck it all up.
Did you guys hear what happened to Trump?
Which one? Which one?
The big one, the one that is on the largest of the nesting Russian dolls, the one that all the other ones live inside.
Yeah. The figurehead.
Did you know that if you take Donald Trump apart halfway, that it goes then Donald Trump Jr. and then the other, you can go all the way down.
Eric, the other one we don't know,
Yeah.
girl, little boy.
Yeah.
Little boy.
Yeah.
And then in the last one, inside of it is Obama's birth certificate. That's where it's been the whole time.
Do it.
Yeah. Well, guys, I went to Las Vegas in record heat, like a big dumb idiot moron.
How hot was it when you were there?
120 degrees.
What did that feel like?
Like a fucking nightmare. Like the sun was killing us.
Yeah, because it was. But what did it feel like? Explain it. Explain it.
So someone was walking. Someone was walking next to us. It was like some dad with his like family. And he said out loud what we were all thinking. He said, "It feels like I put on all of my clothes right out of the dryer." It was a fucking dude. It was drying the liquid in my eyes just by simply having my eyes open. It was so stupid. It was so stupid. So it was a Saturday, Sunday, and Saturday was the best day ever because it was like whatever. We were barely outside. We were in the casino, and then we drove. I brought my car. We drove my car. We went on a road trip, which I love. I love a road trip. I don't give a shit how quick.
You hate that shitty drive to Vegas.
You know, it's less shitty for some reason when you guys ever been to Eddie World? We've talked about Eddie World here before.
What is that? Is that the big gas station?
Yeah, it's the big gas station with the big ice cream cone on the outside. Yeah. It's basically like calling you in like the fucking like Pleasure Island from Pinocchio. And it's just like, come here and spend all your money before you spend all your money in the casino. But it's 2 hours to Eddie World from the Valley from here. And then it's 2 hours from Eddie World to Vegas. So it wasn't, whatever, give or take a couple of minutes here or there. So it's really not that bad. We like cut it in half and then the rest of the 2 hours just kind of flies by. But it was awesome. We got into Vegas and we chilled. We just walked around the casino a little bit. And then we went to the last Beatles Love show, which was so emotional and wonderful. We could talk about it more if you want. But the second day, I was like, well, let's just use the second day. Like, maybe we can go to, like, the discount ticket place and see if we can go see another show, maybe. And so I was like, but we're going to have to go out onto the Strip. And I was like, but we'll only be...
endure.
Yeah. And we didn't really know. Like, we knew it was hot, but we didn't know it was going to be record heat on that particular day. And we did as much casino interchange as much as we could.
Yeah.
Little skywalks.
Oh, dude, but there was like this stretch of like construction. It was like right after, because we went to MGM. We were staying at Excalibur, which by the way gets so much shit for being like kind of a gross, like old school, like not like discount budget hotel casino. But I fucking love Excalibur, man. Like unironically, I love it. I love the theme. I miss old Vegas like that. In my old Vegas.
I agree.
We can talk about that too, but so we went from Excalibur to MGM. So you cross the walkway to New York, and then there's another walkway to MGM. And then from MGM to Paris, there's like a monorail. You ever taken that monorail?
Monorail.
Does the monorail connect to it eventually connects to the pyramid one that I'm Luxor?
There is a Luxor monorail, but I think that one goes to like Mandalay or something. Maybe it is the same.
I don't know.
But anyway, so the monorail takes you to Paris, and I was like, you know what? Maybe we don't need to take the monorail. Maybe we could just go indoors when we feel hot, and then we won't be on the Strip for very long. And dude, it was a big fucking mistake, man. It felt like I was like, dude, I fucked up real bad being out here. And like there were like broken escalators to go up to the walkways.
Nice.
And I'm like,
those are big stairs.
Big, dude. And I'm like, oh no. And so I was just like chugging as much fucking liter bottles of Dasani with liquid IV in it. Not sponsored. And I'm just like, electrolyte ODing, basically, like just chugging as much fucking water as I possibly can, and I still felt fucking horrible. And then
what would have made you feel a lot better is
maybe some pickle juice. You're right, because that has natural electrolytes in it.
It's filled with it. It's just to the brim.
Mm-hmm. Liquid salt.
So, but then I was like, whatever. We survived the walk. We ended up taking the monorail from Paris back to MGM, and then which was nice. It was the first time I'd ever taken that monorail, by the way, and I thought it was very nice.
Ooh, Vegas hack.
It was a Vegas hack for sure. And then we got back to the hotel, and I was like, can we just like fucking chill? Because I feel like fucking awful. And I think either I got dehydrated or sunstroke or sun poisoning or something. My hands were like swollen.
Oh yeah, dude, you got your ass kicked by the sun. Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I wasn't even like, it might have been like 20% of the walk was in direct sunlight.
Oof.
And it fucked me up so bad. And I saw people with infants out there, guys. Infants, holding infants, walking down.
I hope they were covering those babies.
They were like, where's the baby's hat? And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, dude, this is natural selection right in front of my face. And I'm part of it. I'm out here being an idiot also.
As you're dying on the
Dude, it was miserable. That first day was perfect. The second day, miserable.
Did you wear shorts?
I wore
I'm just
shorts.
imagining, and yeah.
I wore sleeveless because
Yeah, I
I'm
was gonna
like,
say
let's go sleeveless. But you know what I heard was that you should cover up more,
Yeah.
even though it's hot.
Well,
Makes
think of desert cultures. How many pictures do you see of people running around with shorts?
I know. Which
'Cause
is
the sun
crazy.
will be blocked by the fabric.
I know, but it's still like it's sealing in all your sweat and shit. I don't know. It was fucking miserable, man. And I did gamble a little bit. I threw some money into some slot machines.
Ooh,
My girlfriend was playing the roulette, the slot machine roulette,
okay.
or like
okay.
the digital
The
roulette.
electric, yeah.
Yeah.
Electric
and-
roulette is my favorite dance.
Yeah.
As you just spin.
I like electric roulette too.
But yeah, so and she did surprisingly well. Like every time she would like hit the positive, she would like double her money or like
You got to go red snake on roulette.
You know what's interesting? I always vote on I always go black. I never go red ever because I like black. I like the color black and I like my black. And every time she was like, "Should I put it on black?" I'm like, "Yeah, put it on black." She would win.
Hello.
So I don't know. Maybe we're a good team, but I was in the negative for a little bit. And I was pretty bummed out, and I was like, "Motherfucking Vegas, man! This is how they fucking do it. If you participate in the gambling, you have to be ready to fucking lose real hard and win a little bit, and then lose real hard again."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck it." So we made a promise to ourselves. The second we were in the green, no matter what. If we got more money than what we put in, we cash out right fucking then and there. We don't go, "Oh, let's try one more." Nope, we just cash the fuck out. And when because we did that, I was not only in the positive, I made a little bit more money.
There you go.
Yeah, they say the hardest walk in the casino is not out of the casino when you lose your money. It's toward the cash out bar or toward
It
the
does
machine.
feel kind of like you're giving up.
Yeah, it's hard. It's harder to like leave when you're winning than it is to leave when you.
There's got to be some psychological aspect to them, like giving the cash out, having the cash out be like a ticket and not real money, and like, because how easy would it be for it to cash out actual money?
Even
in your
chips,
hand?
like chips are, it makes it not money immediately.
Yeah, because then you're like, well, it's not really money. It's a little thing I could just put into another
receipt.
thing.
Yeah,
It's a receipt. Yeah. Ugh.
well, that's
How
great. I
interesting
mean,
would it
I'm
be-
sorry it was so hot, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, how interesting would it be if they in the casino, if you could take those chips and pop them into like the digital games, like their quarters,
I know. It's
be great.
weird. It's weird they don't make it that easy. They just got rid of chips altogether, right? Or all the card games are still chips.
all the card games are still chips. At least when I was there.
People were in a mad dash to get Mirage.
Dude, imagine
chips.
being those construction workers, because Vegas is, I know we're talking about this, like tearing in a constant state of tearing down and building back up, but like being a construction worker there while it's 100 something degrees, that's who you should look at for how to dress, because those people are accustomed to it, and I'm sure
You're
they're
right,
wearing
good point.
t-shirt and whatever else.
Well,
They
I noticed.
are-
Yeah,
17 shades of tanned too. It's
I know.
Yeah,
And then
there-
there's the
there's
people
some
that are just like Slim Jim. They're just like their skin is a Slim Jim. You can just bite right into it.
yeah, delicious.
Makes me want to take a bite. Yeah, man, I can't imagine. I'd be like, dude, anybody in the service industry or anybody in the workforce that has to work outside in Las Vegas. Like I was talking to I went into one of the CVS's on the strip and I was like, or Walgreens or whatever, and I was like, we need water, we need water. And there was like this security guard talking to the person at the checkout counter, and I was like, how do you guys do this? How do you do this? And the security guard's like, it's not even that hot. And I'm like, dude, fuck you, man. You're not impressing me by saying it's not hot. You know,
Impressed.
I wasn't impressed. I was like,
I'm
you're
sorry, badass.
bullshitting.
Dude, the service industry is one thing, but like Las Vegas has a horribly like bad homeless population as well.
I feel so bad. Well, Haley was talking about, she was like, why? If I was homeless, I would be on the coast. I would be in California, you know, whatever. And
Right,
she's,
but
why
how
the fuck are
easy
they in
is it-
Vegas?
How easy is it if you're homeless to get to the coast? Like, I don't
Well,
think.
I mean,
Well, if they would just figure it out, I don't know, get them away from me.
well, you know,
I don't want to have to look at them.
there are some places that will ship
That's a
their
joke, folks.
unhoused homeless
Unhoused people.
to other parts of the world to get them out of. They will like ship them out to California for free because they don't want them in their towns or whatever. But that's a whole
In my
other.
ignorance, I said homeless, and I have heard the unhoused terminology. Is homeless officially a bad word?
I don't know.
Experiencing homelessness is fine. It's when you say someone is homeless, you're associating like you're you're supposed to say enslaved person, or because you don't to say someone is homeless is to turn their identity into being homeless. So
Gotcha.
to say someone is a slave means they're inherently essentially a slave. But if you say that they're an enslaved person, you keep their personhood. The same way a person experiencing homelessness is a
Got it.
person experiencing them.
Consider me educated.
I mean,
That's
I
my
will.
understanding.
I will. Whenever I say homeless, I'll always say unhoused, because I say like because
Cover
you know
all the bases.
I cover all the bases, but also like I don't know, man. I can't keep up with all this terminology. I've got Star Wars characters in here. I can't forget.
Right.
And I can't replace that with new terms. I need
Are you
it.
a homeless person or experiencing homelessness? Because I'm thinking about Gleek Glorp on
Are you
planet
currently?
Catabooty, and I can't keep up.
But I was saying that, like, you know, a lot of those folks who are down on their luck, maybe they're in Vegas because there's so much money there, and they think that, you know, maybe this is the way to like collect a little bit of money from folks who are out on the strip who have money. I don't know. I don't get
I
it.
think that's how a lot of them end up there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Gambling addiction. I mean, you see, Steve, when you're there, all of the signs like in every bathroom that's like, if you need gambling help, call here.
Dude, the
like,
other one in the
everywhere.
bathroom that I saw that kind of blew my mind a little bit was the sex trafficking one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a really popular one. Yeah,
The
because if
human
you're in the
trafficking.
bathroom by yourself, you have a moment to be like, oh, here's a number I can call.
Isn't that crazy?
So crazy and sad.
That means that it's effective. It's an effective place to put that because it's like a safe place or something.
Hope it
Jesus
is.
Christ.
That would be nice if it was effective, for sure.
Yeah, or more effective than it might be or whatever. But anyway, I love Vegas. I do, you know, I mean, I'll never go back in July. Like that was so stupid. And the only reason why I went was to see Love that last time. And if it wasn't for that, there's no world you could get me to Vegas in June or July. Like
I'm going next month, and I think it's going to be even
Ooh.
hotter. I'm going
It
to
might
see
be.
Killers.
It might be. Where are you seeing the Killers?
Where?
Yeah.
That's a great question, Steve. I'm seeing them
At that gas station.
at that
At
gas
Eddie
station.
World.
Big gas station.
Eddie
What
World
if I
is
was
so
making
great.
that up, and then you're like, oh, oh crap, yeah, I am seeing it.
Oh,
for
you're
real.
not seeing the Killers.
I was trying to impress you guys, and so
And see the Killers.
And it's
Where
going to be
is it?
140 degrees, and I'll be outside.
Caesar's Palace,
Ooh.
Ooh, fancy.
Very nice.
Like the
Yeah.
1960s.
the Coliseum at Caesars.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, because they're from Vegas. I'm really excited. And then I'm going the next month. But I think August is going to be Grace is in Palm Springs right now. And they also just had a record heat a couple weeks ago of 124, the hottest
Ooh.
day in their history in Palm Springs. And right now, yesterday it was like 110. Today it's down to 106. And so it's like, huh? All right.
100
Dude.
is like my limit, dude.
It's
Yeah.
honestly, even like the high 90s are like fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Like I can't, and even just a few degrees more than 100, you can really fucking feel it. It's like
yeah.
there's and it's crazy coming back from the desert into well, we're coming from Nevada back to California and how the degree it just goes like 6 degrees
There's a
cooler.
weird. I keep talking about it to anybody that asked. They're like, "Whoa, you're down in." Anybody that doesn't live here, they're like, "I bet it's hot there," and I'm like, "It's actually not that bad." Like the past 6 years have been kind of an oasis compared to the rest of the country here.
It's true. And I guess this morning, did you guys know in East LA in Los Angeles there was like a thunderstorm this morning?
I was wondering because I'm
you
in.
guys hear that?
East
I heard
LA,
that too.
and I walked outside and I was like, "Why is it wet?"
Yeah, it rained and there was a
Like, whoa.
thunderstorm.
Ooh.
Like a really big. I heard a really big boom, and I think it woke me out of my sleep. I thought it was a dream. Okay, so there was one.
Yeah, isn't that
Oh.
crazy? I love
Yeah,
it.
was there? I was like, when was this?
It was like from it started at like 3 a.m. and it maybe ended around like 7 or 8 or something.
That's wild.
Yeah, pretty cool, man. Pretty
You're
cool. I
seeing
like when that
Veneers?
happens.
In a week, I might. There's a good chance that I'm going to go watch Coheed and Cambria with Primus. Excited about that.
Oh,
And after that, I'm going to go see fucking Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters with the Hives.
whoa! Where's that?
Downtown LA.
I hope he changes the name of the band to Dave Grohl with the Foo Fighters. Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters.
Quite excited.
Damn, I can't.
That sounds awesome, dude.
I was this close to seeing Vampire Weekend when they were at the Hollywood Bowl a couple weeks ago or like 2
You
weeks
just
ago.
get old man unmotivated and go, ah.
Dude, I kinda, yeah, because it was even like it was my friend who had 2 tickets and he couldn't go because of a family emergency. And he's like, I'm just trying to unload these tickets. Like, I'll fucking take them for like, offer me $20 and I'll give them to you. And I was like, fuck. And I'm so close to the Hollywood Bowl. I was like, oh, but man, that traffic fucking sucks. And then like the Hollywood Bowl, like crowded, the fact that it's so crowded. And it's like, oh,
you
man.
manned it for sure.
I was like, but I've been to the Hollywood Bowl so many times. I've seen so many shows there. But it would have been cool to see Vampire Weekend because I haven't seen like a live like rock band in a minute. So I'm kind of jealous that's what you're up to, Joe. And
That's
Elliott with the Killers.
I'm seeing also in September Ben Folds with the Wiltern.
Whoa!
Is that with somebody? Who's that with?
I don't know.
No, that'll be great. He's such
And
a
then
good live
I'm
performer.
seeing Weezer's Blue album, but I'm bummed because it was like the last show on their tour in LA, and I paid like a lot for the tickets, and then they added a show in Palm Springs.
Oh,
But now I got these tickets to LA one. I'm like, I'd rather go to
Damn.
Palm Springs one where I could get better seats.
and you got a place to stay. That's
Got a
not a
place to stay.
problem.
And now I'm just stuck with.
Well, do a little
right.
PSA, little call out to Rivers. You know he listens to this.
Just hit him up and be like,
Rivers.
dude, help me out here.
He follows me on Twitter. That wouldn't be an inappropriate DM.
I don't think so at all.
You don't know me. Do you want
But
these
I
tickets?
know you. Do you want these? Can you give these tickets away?
Can I unload these on you? Just give me like $20.
I've seen the band. They're not that great. Do you want these?
Oh, by the way, while I was in Vegas on that Sunday when we were coming back from our walk, I was like, let's just check out the Excalibur pool. They have like a few pools, and I was like, let's just check it out because if there aren't that many people there, it would be a great opportunity to just take a dip, right? Like, but even in that kind of weather, I was like, man, 120 degrees, 118 degrees. I don't even want to be in a fucking pool. And so I was like, all right, well, let's go check it out. So we go out there, and there's this like fucking huge Olympic size pool that's completely empty. And I'm like, oh shit, this is us, brother. And then there were like lifeguards sitting all around on the outside of it. I was like, great. I was like, great, this is fucking great. And it was so, and I'm like, why else would there be lifeguards? And then there was a big fucking sign that said, pool closed, no access. And I'm like, there's nothing about this pool visually that I can see that tells me it shouldn't be open. And it's this big, inviting, blue, cool looking body of water. And you're out in the fucking desert heat, and all you want to do is get into that thing so bad. I was like, this is fucked up, man. They should have just like covered it up or something, right? So I wouldn't have to fucking torture myself thinking like, Oh, I just want to jump into this fucking thing. Why is it closed?
One single solitary turd just floating.
And it's like closed because of that. I guess. I mean, whatever. I guess I wouldn't want to get in
Surfing.
there.
Dude, my daughter went to a 4th of July party, and these people had a pool in the backyard, and they got to sit in the pool and watch the fireworks that were coming off the mountain in Burbank. And
That's nice.
I go and I pick her up, and I'm kind of mingling with the parents, getting to know some of them, and then all of a sudden, one of them goes, "Yeah, we didn't have any incidents today, I guess, except for the one, but you can ask your daughter about that." And I was like, oh, "What?"
Were you like, what did my daughter do?
So they didn't elaborate. They didn't say anything. So I get in the car with Hayden. We're driving home. I'm like, "What was the incident?" And she said, "Oh, yeah, all the younger kids were in the pool, and then all of a sudden we heard a gut-wrenching scream, and one of them screamed, 'Oh my God, it's a turd!'"
Awesome.
So all the kids, one of the kids turded. All of them got up and scattered. Here's the thing. They never found out who turded. Not one of the kids fessed up to the turd.
Damn.
That is, I mean,
That's
good for that kid.
That's the story for the summer. If you were there, that is the story for the summer. Because like for me, it would have been like, dude, because you know that kid, whoever did it, like, you know, when the parents got that kid home, they were like, "Did you poop in the pool?
Were you the
Yeah.
pooper?
Was you the?" And then you know the kid, like, I don't know, do kids like, will they tell the truth in those situations? When they,
So when I say kids, I'm not saying it's like the high schoolers. There's like the Hayden group,
Yeah.
and then there was kids. So I think like 10 and younger. There's no way I would have ever admitted it was my turd. Are you kidding me?
so you don't think you would have gotten one of your kids, like if it was Jackson and he was like a kid and he
would
did it?
100% be lying about it for
Wow, forever. Wow.
for a
I
bit.
wouldn't even grill him. I'd be like, okay, yeah, you didn't do it.
I think about it. I think about it. I think about it sometimes when because I've never experienced a floating turd in a pool. Have you guys ever experienced that?
When I was a kid,
I don't think so.
I was at the age where we would take baths with my younger brother. And yes, one time,
Whoa, yeah,
turded
okay.
in the bathtub, and we were like, "It's a turd!"
So like, okay, so for me, it's like I remember an age where you know you pee in the pool, you feel like
Yeah,
it's
when
not
you're,
that
like,
big of a deal.
when you're 40.
Yeah, when you're 40. Like I haven't peed in a pool since I was a young man, truth be told. Like
Yeah,
I
me
want to
too.
say like maybe like 14 is the oldest. I don't know.
Totally, yeah, you never do it. No one ever does it.
But I feel really bad about it because that's why, and I try really hard. Like I always pee before I get in the pool. I'm like, I can't, if I have to pee while I'm in the pool, I'll leave the pool. I
I'm
don't
just
like
saying.
peeing in the pool.
Look around. There's zero signs that say don't pee in the pool.
I assume that someone else is doing it, and if they're doing it, I'm gonna. My
see,
pee's
that's-
gonna
There's not
fight
one
their
sign,
pee.
Steve. Show me a sign that says don't pee in the pool.
I'm telling you boys right now that I know I seem like the kind of guy that would just pee in the pool no matter what, but I really, really don't.
I know. Joe and I
really
are saying
don't.
we are that kind of person.
Because my thing is like, if other people are peeing in the pool, it's like it bums me out a little bit because I'm like, great, now I gotta swim in your piss. Like whatever, I'm swimming in your piss. I don't want to make someone swim in my piss.
Again, that's where we differ.
But the reason why I'm saying this is because I have such a mental thing in my head that's like, I'm not going to piss in the pool. I can't even, there's no world where I shit in the pool.
No,
There's no universe where I shit in the pool.
those are two
like-
different things.
And I can't think, like, are people pulling their bathing
And it's
suits
not-
off to shit
It's not
in there?
just like it's not like an accidental. It can't be accidental because
No.
when we accidentally go, it's never a full on turd. It's always like a little shart in the drawers.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
A little wetness. But when you launch a fucking missile into the
Yeah.
pool,
Yeah, you go to somewhere else mentally for that to happen,
And
right?
yeah, that's the thing. And it's like, even as a kid, I knew that you can't do that. Like, even as a kid, when I would pee in the pool, I would know it was bad, and I'd be like, I shouldn't be doing this. And then because my mom would tell me, and I swam in a lot of public pools as a kid. My mom made sure that my brother and I knew how to swim, so she took us to like swimming classes. So I was in the pool quite a bit as a kid, in the public pool. And I'm like, I knew it was bad to pee in the pool, so I can't even imagine what kind of mind, even as a kid, would be like, I'm gonna fucking shit right now. Like, I'm gonna shit. I'm in a big toilet.
Torpedo.
The psycho kids are who do it.
It's gotta be psycho kids.
Did you guys see because when you said public pool, it reminded me, I did watch Sandlot recently on a plane, and it was really great. Holds up. But did you see the recent footage of Smalls on a ring light with his neighbor drunk, holding a knife, brandishing a knife?
Oh no!
On a ring camera?
It is sad. It's one of those things where it's like, this is like bottom of the barrel pop culture news, but it does look like Smalls still, but a big Smalls holding a knife, and apparently believed that his wife was in his neighbor's house and is like swaying back and forth, and it's quite sad. But I thought I'd bring the mood down for fun. Did you guys hear about Trump?
Damn, dude. And how sometimes how hard the mighty fall, you know.
Oh yeah, he looks exactly like Smalls, doesn't he?
Yeah, spitting image. And coming up to a front door, holding a knife. There's just so many like.
Anyway.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You know.
What would you do?
The kid from Alf died.
Yeah. Shannon Doherty just died this morning.
Shannon Doherty died this morning. Shelley Duvall died a couple days.
Richard Simmons
died.
You guys know people? I just found this out, but people die.
And it's in a sad way sometimes.
Anybody tell me about this? I thought my worldview has just changed.
I never
I would
thought
live a
Shelley
lot
Duvall
differently.
would die.
If I didn't know I was going to die, I would have lived a lot differently.
I know, me too.
Oh, I didn't know. You're on your deathbed? Oh, shit.
This.
I didn't know this.
Guys, what is this? What is this that is happening?
No one told me this.
Hey, white coat, come here.
Hey,
no one told me. All right. Well, you guys want to wrap it up?
wrap it up, baby. Teenager about to do it with his first girlfriend. Wrap it up, baby.
Have you had that talk, June? Do you tell them about condoms?
Oh shit.
Oh shit! That's today. What do you guys got planned? Anything
I think
going
Jackson
on?
get a vasectomy at 10. So
We got Jackson's tubes tied when he was a baby.
yeah, they were both on a Rhett and Link episode. They followed him.
Jesus Christ!
Good episode.
It is good. What are you guys watching? You guys watching The Boys?
Yep, watching The Boys. Love that it's a little too on the nose now, but it's hilarious that the people that they're talking about like are actually angry and we're like, this show sucks now.
Well, but it's weird that they're now upset about it because it's like it's not been a secret. It's not a secret that this is real political satire that we're watching.
Sometimes the allegory really needs to be thick for
Jesus Christ! Yeah, it takes 3 seasons for some of these people to be like, "Hey, wait a minute." Yeah. That's me that making fun of it. Elliott, you don't watch that? You don't watch The Boys?
Well, Boys is too much.
I saw some things that were too vulgar, but I will revisit it at some point.
It is pretty vulgar. It was
just like uncomfortable, and I was like, I'm icked out for a second. But
You know
sometimes I
what's-
get high, I get icky. I get the ick very
Yeah.
easily.
That
I'm
show
very
will
sensitive to them.
And it is like
Yeah.
maybe the most graphic. I can't think of another show that is that graphic other than like maybe The Walking Dead at some point or something.
But it's also just kind of like, it's just gross. It's gross not in like a violent way, but like a lot of the subject matter of like how just gross human beings can be. It's
Like an
that kind of
incest
stuff.
thing, and
It's everything.
it's everything, but it's like, and it is gross and uncomfortable for a moment, but it's so brilliant. It's like, it's really done in a way where you're like, well, I've seen a lot of this before, but the story stuff is really well done.
Do you guys ever watch something and you realize like when you're like too far in it? This is a television series I'm talking about, but like you're too far in it to turn back and you realize that it's not for you as an audience member.
Yes.
Like we've been watching a show called on Apple Presumed Innocent with Jake Gyllenhaal.
The remake with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes, of the 90s movie, 90s, something like that, Harrison Ford. But it's we were watching it and we're like, oh, this is for like older women. Like this is a show that's like a step above Law and Order, like in terms of realism, but definitely like some of the acting is very mellow, like that kind of network TV thing.
Procedural drama.
Yeah, yeah. We're like, oh, this isn't like a gritty, cool show. This is like a show that I want to recommend to an older generation.
We started kicking it with The Bear finally.
I can't do it.
I like The Bear. We haven't watched the second episode or second season yet, but I heard.
Yeah, I've just finished the first season last night, and it's an anxiety trip, but I like it. He's so good. Jeremy Allen White, is that his name?
Yeah.
He's great, and like I'm really floored by a lot of the actors who just seem like real people.
Yeah,
like it's just feels like you're in it, which is cool.
Do you guys not watch House of the Dragon?
I watched the first.
It's so good right now.
I watched the first season and I really liked it, and I've been meaning to start the second one, but I just haven't started yet.
Really good,
dude. Elliott, you hit the nail on the head on that feeling of like.
Yeah.
Watching something that feels like it's not for you with a show that I'm currently hate watching at this point called The Acolyte. You guys heard about this show?
Wars
it's that Star Wars show. Yeah. You guys heard of Star Wars? I was like, where's Luke Skywalker? And I was like, what's that, Joe?
That's my inflamed bursa sac.
What?
My arm hurts so bad.
What? You have a bursa sac?
Whoa, what is that? What are we looking at?
Dude, your arm looks messed up.
Wait, show us again. What is happening?
I inflamed my bursa sac. So
what is a bursa sac?
Blood. Every joint has like bursa sacs in it. And
we get it, Joe. You have money. He's got a bursa sac.
It's happened before, but some people like it can like get out to like here.
How do you do it? How does that happen?
He's working out and I tweaked something.
No.
What exercise?
I think I might have hyperextended on some bicep curls.
Damn, brother. And
does
it hurt?
Hyperextend mean you went like
way too far? Yeah.
Like you stretched your arm out and then went.
Yeah.
Are you in pain?
Oh yeah, it hurts so fucking bad.
What can you do?
You weiss it and you ibuprofen and then you hope it goes away.
How long has it been like that?
About a week.
Damn, bro. I'm sorry.
The pain in my ass.
It looks better than it did a week ago, or did it look the same?
I don't know, because I've had worse. I've had like a lump off of it.
Oh. You have to go get that drained or something, or it just drains on its own?
If it got like really bad, they say go do it, but they recommend not draining it. So
are you still working out with it?
Just working out other parts of the body.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
If I don't do that, then I have nothing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And working out's good for your brain, they said.
What is wrong with Acolyte?
Well, it's not. Just like you said, I don't think it's for me.
Yeah.
I think it's for a new generation of Star Wars fans, young folks who are longing for representation in sci-fi action sagas in a
very anti-representation in sci-fi.
I hate representation in sci-fi. It doesn't make sense.
No, you're not going to find diversity out there.
If we're thinking of a perfect harmonious world in the future,
we're not going to have different.
We're not going to have different. You know what's funny is George Lucas says he's like Star Wars was always the most diverse series because dude, this is so stupid. He says because there's aliens in it, it makes it like diverse. Yeah. And I'm like, made up aliens that are just because there's humans and aliens doesn't make that diverse. I think that's the wrong kind of diversity. I mean, I think it's the definition of diversity, but it's not the current political.
True xenophobe.
Yeah, exactly.
What'd you say, Phil?
Aliens aren't people.
He is a xenophobe to
Yep.
the extreme.
Aliens aren't people, and
That's not the right type of diversity. Get out of here. You
I need the right. I need human diversity, not aliens. Well, I like aliens, but I don't think that counts as diversity.
I watched. Oh, okay. Let's go back. Aliens. I got a little bug up my butt, and I was like, you know what? I remember the Star Trek movie that J.J. Abrams did being very, very good, and I went back and I watched it, and it's fucking amazing.
It's good. It's good.
I love that movie.
I was telling. Yeah, go ahead.
No, after you, Steve.
Well, I just really quickly, I was telling, because there's a lot of Star Trek fans in our lives, and I was like, I think it might be the best Star Trek thing.
It's so fucking good.
Right?
That's really
like,
good. It blew everybody away, and it's still like easy to watch. And it was the first time that they started the trend of using that same Beastie Boys song in every trailer.
Yeah, Sabotage.
Yeah, and it still works.
Chris Pine, fucking stars. Chris
Pine is so good. Everybody's so good. They're on their A game in that one. And Simon Pegg is so good.
Yeah. I think that kind of started his mainstream appeal.
Mm-hmm. I honestly think it is at least because I think it might. I don't know. Next Generation, I'm sure, is great. Like I didn't really watch it when I was younger because I didn't want to watch people talk about space like that. I wanted
space politics.
I didn't want space politics. Space military is not interesting to me. But I think that JJ's Star Trek is like the first like accessible Star Trek.
It's so fucking fun.
It's like the first time you could get anybody to like watch a Star Trek thing and probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yep.
The music's so good. That music's so good.
The only thing
the size of this book.
What the hell is that? Are you reading that?
I'm referencing. It's called The Discovery of the Unconscious. It couldn't have taken this long.
Is that all?
I bet that is tiny as hell too. It is. That print is tiny as hell.
Text.
Where are you in there, Elliot? Have you started it?
I just flip. Here's what I do. Go to the index. I go.
So you just go through index and go like, let me see.
Yeah, I hope to one day read it. I am curious, but this is insane. Could you imagine the amount of time?
Is that an accessible book or is that like technical jargon?
No, it's just pretty. I mean, is
it pretty advanced reading? Is that advanced reading? Does it start like where does it start? Like with like Neanderthals and
the
shit?
Ancestry of dynamic psychotherapy.
Oh, okay. Well, that was gonna be my second guess.
Possession and exorcism.
Okay.
Oh.
The healing through confession, rational therapies and primitive medicine, scientific psychotherapy.
You're saying borderline interesting things.
Yes.
The impact of spiritism.
I'll stop you when it gets interesting.
I'll stop you. First, dynamic psychiatry, multiple personalities.
If you buckled down and was just like, I'm going to finish this thing, how long would it take you to read that book?
Probably, year. Like this, if I was to actually process it, like understand it.
Yeah, like what's the shortest amount of time you could read that whole thing?
I'm a slow reader.
And be able to have an in-depth discussion with the author about it.
I don't know. This might be my whole life.
It's insane.
What if there was money on the line? What if there was like, if you finish this in a week,
you're in a Mr. Beast video.
If you finish,
here's $1 million for every day that it takes you to read that book. You lose $50,000.
Yeah, exactly. Like it goes less and less and less. So maybe it's like
I kill it. Yeah,
it's like if you can finish this book and pass a test on it.
Yeah.
In
fun.
2 weeks, you'll get $100,000.
Oh, now you made it not worth it.
Yeah, I need to know.
Because there's a test, or because of 2 weeks?
No, 100,000 not near enough.
Yeah,
really?
I don't get out of
just
bed
to read
for
a
less than
book?
200. No.
I'll read a book for $100,000. That's all they're asking you.
But if you don't get through it, you owe $10K.
So what if it's like you get $100,000, you finish that book in 2 weeks, and you ace the test, but the amount of money you get depends on how well you do on the test.
Oh, that's interesting. I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do it on the next show then.
Okay, sounds great.
We'll do it next week with Kevin. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to the show. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We hope you enjoy. And I love you boys. I love doing this with you boys.
Love y'all.
I love catching up with you boys and seeing how you boys are doing. I love my boys.
I also watched Shanghai Noon. That movie's fun.
Oh, I watched the Marvels. I just was like, fuck it. Let's see what's up with the Marvels.
How was it?
Talk
Was
about
it?
that next week.
I'll tell you next week. It's the same as all the other stuff. There's zero difference between that and like all the other Marvel movies. It's just like paint by numbers kind of situation.
Perfect.
It's perfect. Yeah, well.
All right.
Bye.
Did you say about Trump?
Which one?